not going to respect you. So you have to be a hard worker, period, time. You got to work it, man. That's where I get respect from. So if you're working hard every day, now you come on, dude. I understand one thing. You're just talking shit. But if I see you every day of your life trying to be better, every day, going through all the wickets to be better, you got my attention. I respect you now. So respect is the first thing. And that's where and you realize through hard work, you can outwork anybody. No matter how bad they are. But that's the part people don't want to dive into. Well, I believe that you have to build belief. Belief is like, there's an after school special beliefs where the mom says, believe in yourself, and that's all great. But there's also a built belief. And the built belief is one where you are constantly, like for me, I came from a bad place. How I build belief is through the daunting tasks. I tried out for Delta selection.
Undeniable stack of proof.
That is proof. So whenever you think you can't, the confidence comes from the thing that you built. You must build belief. You must build confidence. It can't be like, hey, I'm gonna knock it out. You gotta look over here and say, I can knock it out. It's belief, and it's built on what you put in to yourself. I have to tell this young man or woman that the only way I believe, this is my experience in life, the only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer to grow. To grow, you must suffer. And some people get it, some people won't. But they have to see what their journey is to start their journey. Several people live to be 100 years old. They have great lives, and they have great kids. Their kids go to college and all sort of stuff. But somewhere in their life, there was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. Left was the easy route. Right was the hard route. A lot of people take the easy route. And they had a good life that way, but the better life was going to the right side. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it. But a lot of us die never truly starting our journey. And I would tell this young person, you gotta start your journey. It may suck, but it will come out the other side when you're coaching. So I knew in the back of my mind that I could pull off this, whatever I wanted. I knew I could. I knew that, but I was afraid of the work because I wasn't gifted with brains. I wasn't gifted with God-given talent as far as like athleticism. So I knew to get to where I had to go, to be in the same playing field as these men, to even try out in this program, I knew the work was going to be something that I didn't want to even attempt. So I just put it off. But yet you did it because it haunted me. The voice in my head said, you know what, man? You're going to die never even trying to reach your full potential. And how's that going to feel? So I'm going to live, even while I'm dead. I'm going to be, because I believe in a higher power, whatever it may be. I don't know what it is. I believe that your mind lives forever. So every morning I would shake my head, thank God. I would reflect back on some of the lies I may have told somebody or some of the ways I didn't feel comfortable doing. And I did it to impress other normal people. The key word there is normal, everyday people. I was trying to make other people like me. How pathetic is that? So this mirror would always tell me, my reflection would say, God, you are a pathetic man. How does that feel every day to be this way? So I would just start having myself accountable. How did I attack today? How did I attack yesterday? And if I didn't do something I was proud of, I would write down a sticky note. And I would fix it. A human being is not so human anymore. We have the ability to go in such a state. If you're willing to suffer, and I mean suffer, your brain and your body, once connected together, can do anything. You know, right now, until I'm dead, I'm still examining human potential. How far can the mind go? How far can we go as human beings? So that's, you know, I call myself the Stephen Hawking of the mind. You know, he was obsessed with everything he ever dove into. You know, the guy couldn't walk or anything, you know, so he was like the mind. It's one thing he didn't want to lose. And I became obsessed with it because it's the one thing that controlled me. So I became obsessed with this. What is this thing up here that just has me on a tightrope and just walks me into all these horrible decisions I make and makes me feel so pathetic and weak and insignificant and dumb, stupid and everything. I gotta get control of this thing. But it's amazing that once you get control of that thing, how far you can go.
Life is a training ground. And like going through Buds and Ranger School, very few people make it through. While you may live a long life, it doesn't mean you graduated at the top of the class. You just lived a long, boring, despicable life. And that's not what I wanted to do.
I want to make sure that I'm always ready for any and all obstacles that come my way. And those obstacles aren't a running race, not a biking race, not some military training, nothing like that. Those obstacles that, you know, that we confront every day is the obstacle of life. And life is the greatest competitor of all time. So it keeps me waking up every morning, it keeps me training in all the disciplines of life is the greatest competitor, which is life. What I realized on my journey was a lot of us don't believe that we can achieve the impossible. And along my journey, I started realizing, man, I gotta tell some people about this shit, man. Like, I discovered something that some people have, but they don't even know. All of us have it. But along this way, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't a theorist. I became a practitioner. And I was like, my God, I'm busting down so many barriers of, like, I have a learning disability. Okay, but I'm catching up with everybody. This humongous GPA and all this other shit. What you need is the one thing I talk about in my book, which is straight up, brutal work ethic. You have to be willing to outwork everybody in the world. And that's the hard part. That's the hard part. This isn't like some 5-step process where you these 5 steps, you're gonna end up with this magical world. No, I'm basically teaching you how to callous over your victim's mentality. I'm teaching you how to, like I did 67,000 pull-ups in training for the pull-up ring. I was seriously callousing my hands to protect them. What I'm trying to do with people is teach them how to find more of themselves to where they empower themselves. I'm all about the underdog. Turn your feelings off when it comes down to you to be better. What that means is when that alarm clock goes off, your feelings gotta go away. It's raining outside, it's cold outside, when you don't want to put those long hours in at work. That's what I'm talking about. Your feelings must go away. This is your new life. This is who you are. Your new norm is you wake up and you suffer. When you know everybody's gone home to their families, but you want to be the top salesperson in the world, or you want to be the best lawyer in the world, when everybody leaves to go home, there's only one light on in a building, a 15-story building, and only one office. At 2 o'clock in the morning, they see that, and that light's always on. That's the mother right there you gotta be. I'm talking about the grind. The grind. Your feelings have to go away.
I choose to keep going forward, but you get to a spot in that race where you don't know what to do. And that's when you find out what you're made of.
And I made a decision to go all the way in. And a lot of us have this mindset of balance. But if you want to be part of that 1%, I'm sorry to say, you got to throw that balance shit in the wind. The only way you can do it is if you go all the way in. It's okay to be unbalanced for a while. It's okay. Don't be all this stuff people say, you got to be balanced. To be the best in the world at what you do. In the Navy SEAL people, the best at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great and talk to your family and say, I'll be home, but not today. So the thing about it is the unbalanced mind allows you to do everything at a level that most can't even fathom. They look at you, they see you grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. And while they are at this mediocre level, you slowly rise and rise and rise. I call it front loading. If a lot of you right now want to be the best, You front load your life. So then that family that you were unbalanced with, you bring them on board when you're 40, 50, and 60 and say, okay, now I'm home forever because I'm making a shit ton of money. But what the hell are you trying to do? The barbaric life that I lived, that you have to live, the almost obsession that you must have to be great, you can't put that shit in a book, bro. You can't put it in a book. You can't write about it. It has to be experienced. And you can't, after you experience it, to write it in a book, it would seem like he needs to be locked up. It's too gory. It doesn't make sense for a guy that everything, every second of the day, he is trying to extract more from something. He's constantly thinking, constantly disciplined, never going off the path. Whatever is injured on him, he figures a way. It's a conqueror's mindset. And very few people, if any, can really understand what that is. Like, I'm almost 50, and I've been this way for almost 30 years. Hey, what were you doing for the last 65 hours? You know what I was doing? I was running all up and down the house, getting it in. It become a statistic. Everybody has a savage mentality. It's a primal instinct, whether you believe it or not. We all have it. I'm trying to hurt every mother feelings in the world. Anybody who thought I wasn't going to be somebody, it's never enough. Like a dog. I got a little bulldog at home, and I can't feed that mug enough food. That's me. I leave no scraps on the table for anyone to pick up. And that's the mentality that you must have if you want to be great. People wonder, how do you stay hungry all the time? Because after I accomplish stuff my hands, what's going on? Because once you hit the top of the mountain, what happens? I'm good. I'm good. So you wonder why you're falling down now. Because at the top of the mountain, you got another one. That's mediocrity. There's a lot of people in mediocrity who have a nice resume, but they're one-timers, man. They hit a one-time deal, they busted open, got a lot of money, but they're good. You're mediocre now, man. What are you doing today, tomorrow, the next day? That's what I'm listening to theorists. I don't that bullshit. I listen to a mother who's like this, man. What's wrong, man? I'm tired. Why are you tired? Because tomorrow, I gotta do the shit again, man. Whatever the shit is that made me nauseous and sick to my stomach, it made me hurt, I still must grind. There's no end. And that's the person I listen to. That's the person who's gained knowledge. You gain knowledge through suffering. And on the other end of suffering is a world that very few have ever seen. It's a beautiful world, because that's where you find yourself. You don't find yourself in over here. You find yourself on the other end. Like the 100-mile race I was on, where I ran for 24 hours, I found myself on the other end of that race. That 19 hours, I found, wow, there's a whole other world out here that I've never even thought. The world's in your mind. And that's what all that mediocrity is about. Mediocrity is contagious. It's never enough. There's zero finish line. There is a time limit on everything, my friend. Everything has an expiration date. There is no tomorrow. Some of us get granted a tomorrow, but there really is not one. Every day I wake up, I don't want to do some shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be a bitch today? Do you want to feel like a little bitch? Do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? So it's perform without purpose. You have to learn how to get up and do shit when you ain't got no 5K, no 10K, nothing. Nothing exists. Your life sucks. You're in the dungeon. But guess what? You're still going to get it. Because when that time comes, because the time is going to come, when that purpose is there, you'll be ready. So you have to be a hard worker, period, dot. You got to work your ass off. So I went into my mental lab and realized, but I want to be great, but I don't have greatness in me. So I had to create a mother that was great. And in my mind, I'm really big on visualization. And people might think it's all kind of bullshit. Believe what you want. I don't give a shit. This is a true shit right here, man. I went in my mind, it's okay. I want to look like this. I want to feel like this. And I want to have a mind that is cast iron steel. That is never dull. That is always, that was the biggest thing I wanted. I wanted to hit obstacles that most people love, including myself, but I didn't waver. I didn't fear. I didn't run away. I just stayed and marinated in the fear, in the suffering. And through that, building Goggins. I will become Goggins when necessary. And I started to do these things on my own. I have my own training ground. I built a training ground. I wasn't Navy SEALs. If you go to Navy SEAL training not prepared, you're going to quit. So I built this training ground on my own. And I started doing horrific things that David Goggins couldn't handle. It got hard, and I was training on my own. Goggins would appear. Goggins would appear. When David Goggins would come up, Goggins would smack him down and say, no, we're going to drag you through this. And that's kind of what happened over a period of time. This man evolved. Goggins became the guy that can withstand all kind of torture and pain and keep coming after you.
Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting up after it every daggone day.
My journey has pushed me so far, so lonely in my head. And a lot of lonely, it's called the unseen work. No one knows what the David Goggins really does. You see a 1-minute snippet, you read a little book. The shit I do on a daily basis gives me that very confidence. I know I built belief that I may have failed, but building that belief knows I
Don't be mad. And you're laying there in your fucking bed, and you're in the hospital, you're 70, 80, 90 years old, and you're thinking, man, I feel like I didn't fucking do something. Because you did. You didn't do it. You didn't do shit. You may live a great life, man, but you're always gonna feel empty inside. I don't feel empty. So call me what you want. There's not one empty bone in my body. Because I have figured out that really the magic potion, at least in my life, and it's very rewarding. Appreciate self-discipline. Yes. I never had, and the crazy thing about what you say that, I didn't have them come wake me up at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning and say, hey, you gotta get your shit in. I had no trainer. I didn't have a nutritionist. It was the self-discipline that I had to survive, to not survive, I was weak, to thrive. No one said, hey man, you're 297 pounds, man. I'll help you out. Hey man, you're not smart. I'm gonna help you out. I had to work at all this shit. I had to overcome, and it self-disciplines everything. And if you don't have it, I'll look at you right, because I know you're capable of more. It's not discipline so much for me. It's all on you. It's all on you. The self part is what's big. We need someone to hold people accountable. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit. We count on people too much to get us through shit. And we look to our right, look to our left, looking for help. And if you can build that self, you can build that total accountability in oneself. And it's not about being selfish. I'm trying to create a better me. So hopefully people who are hearing this are taking it the right way and can say, I can run a mile. It ain't about running 205 fucking miles, doing 4,000 being a city. It ain't about all that shit. Shit doesn't matter. I want you to see how fucking far you can go. And that's all it's about, yourself. And that's where it all comes from. I believe in patience. I'm a patient dude. I can watch a piece of grass grow for 20 years because I know that this is how you get somewhere in life. By being that monk-like mentality and being able to watch something grow very calmly, patiently. There was no weight loss program. Mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Rock bottom. You did that. So as times get hard for me, the truth comes out. And my truth is powerful as fuck. It's real. It's tangible. I feel it. It comes out of my brain as I speak about it. I'm reading every single dark moment of my life to be here. So that is what people don't get. That is what motivates David Goggins, is the unseen work everybody needs. A pat on the back. They need that training partner. They need that accountability coach. Oh yes, they need to do that. But it's what we've trained ourselves to believe that we need. I lied for people to accept me because I didn't accept myself. So I would make up stories so that you would accept me into your world. I would, everything I did was for someone else to like me. It wasn't until I started reading my own book about how pathetic I was as a human being. I could blame my dad, I could blame kids at school, I could blame having health issues, ADD, my mom not being around. Great mom, but she was doing her thing. I could blame a lot of people. And that's the book I was reading. To do with technology. You go dark. What I mean by that is you have to be quiet in your mind. Get away from people. We love being around people. We love talking. We love parties. We love all that. It's okay to be lonely. It's also okay to be unhappy. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes, man. It's okay to say, you know, man, I'm stuck. So you know the truth first. Who are you? You get really accountable. It's okay, who am I? What's the truth about me? Get to that dark place in your mind. Figure out, it may take months, it may take years. Figure out your purpose, what you want to be in life. And then from there, okay, I have my purpose. It may take a long time. No one knows their purpose because it's too loud. Find your purpose. From there, all right, you got to start planning. People love the planning phase because it's very comfortable. And then from the planning phase, you got to go to execution. So the execution phase we all hate, because that's where the real work begins. And that's when the failure happens, and the failure. So that's to do it. Because every day is a battle. Every day is a battle because your mind wants. So it may not be a life for everybody, but I find a lot of peace in not being normal in my life. Am I happy? I don't know. Never really thought about it. Don't really care about it. All I really cared about was when I looked in that fucking mirror, I saw a piece of shit. Happiness wasn't on the mirror at 16. But when I was doing this, I'm looking for happiness. No, I'm looking myself in the mirror and said, all right, motherfucker, you did it again today. You're a bad man. Because that shit sucks. I have about a couple minutes of that. But I got to kill it. Right? Did I get this right? Did I get that right? What did I do? Oh my God, fuck. I'm ready to lose. And the greatness is writing. That's why, once again, I'll say this a million times here, I do not feel sorry for you. I will not sugarcoat what I'm going to say to you, because all of you know what I'm saying is the truth. Everybody knows it's the truth. This is what it looks like. And you know what, too? This is what, if you ain't got nothing, I hate to tell you, what it looks like is ugly. It's not a documentary. It's not an HBO special. You ain't gonna watch it, hey, man, you guys gotta watch this. No, it's like, oh, God, this is like a train wreck. It's like a nightmare. This looks like this guy got, no. That's what it looks like. Hard work. Looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. They ain't like Rocky round 14. He gets knocked down and doing a diss to Apollo Creed. Looks like a man being stuck in a fucking dungeon. And there's no fucking way out. But you have the fucking key. But you refuse to use it. In order to me, they'll go and say, you wake up in the morning, pound your chest, fucking look at yourself in the mirror and do all this fucking bullshit. I hope it works. What works for me is that everyday resume. The things I know I've accomplished, the things I know I've done, real hard work, the real calluses on my mind, the real calluses on my hands. That's it. You don't need to pound your chest in the mirror fucking anymore if you have that. I will have normal, everyday people picking me apart on his life is miserable. Who wants to live like that? It's crazy how it's almost like he's sick, he's psychotic. Because human beings need to hear this. They need to stop hearing these hacks on this and that. There's no fucking hack, bro. There's no fucking hack. Yeah, you may this and that and saunas and all this shit that they, yeah, it's great. There is no fucking life hack. To grow that thing, how do you grow it? Do it and do it and do it and do it. That's the hack. Let me teach you the real life. How really is. The reason why you're a loser, and the reason why you're not fucking making it, and the reason why you're trying to go to all these, I go to all these fucking conventions, speak all the fucking time. I look in the fucking audience. These people sign up, fucking every year, go to convention, thinking they're gonna learn something fucking different. What brings me joy and happiness is knowing how I got to experience the beauty of true fucking willpower. True, fuck you, I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fucking fail, and I will succeed. Just me talking about that gives me a feeling, I know what I did, and I don't need to travel somewhere or to have this or have that. I have it all here in my mind. And that is, when you finally get to that point, for me, it's forever lasting peace. I'm doing it. I could die right now on this show, and I'll be happy, man.
Sometimes life can really hijack your fucking mind. When that happens to you, you're all fucked up. Your goals, your ambitions, everything's out the fucking window. In life, we all go through different things. Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you. Guess what? Get the fuck over it. Maybe you failed a test in school. You worked your ass off. Guess what? You failed the fucking test. Get over it. Move past it. Guess what? Get over it. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. Get out there and stay hard.
If you panic down here, you see it's about 3 o'clock in the morning, and there's not a car or a person in sight. People want to know where I find my strength at, where I get my strength. I get it from a lot of places, but right now, this morning, I'm getting it from, there's not a motherfucker that's up. There's not a car, there's not a person. Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for you. Stay hard. One thing I'm most scared of in the world is losing touch with the, it's not gonna help me, because I know what's helped me. None of that stuff's ever helped me. None of that stuff's ever helped me. What has helped me has been me alone, scared, uneducated kid who stuttered, and I had to look at myself in the mirror and hold myself accountable for who I wasn't and who I wanted to be. Nothing was coming back to save me, so I realized I didn't save myself. You gain knowledge through suffering, and on the other end of suffering is a world that very few have ever seen. It's a beautiful world, because that's where you find yourself. What changed me was I had to be hard on myself. And I had to continue to grind myself into a fine dust. The only way I could find myself was to put myself through the worst thing possible. Everything I need is in my mental lab. Everything. Because I'm in constant study of myself. And I know what needs to be conquered, because I'm constantly going through what I don't like, what I'm not comfortable with. I know, and only I can fix these problems, because I have to face these problems. But constantly, like for me, I came from a bad place. How I build belief is through the daunting tasks I put myself through. So that's proof positive that I can. So it correlates. And that's how this piece of shit kid that I once thought I was built belief by saying, I was in 3 Hell Weeks. I went to Ranger School. I tried out for Delta Selection.
Undeniable stack of proof.
That is proof, motherfucker. So whenever you think you can't, confidence comes from the thing that you built. You must build belief. You must build confidence. It can't be like, hey, I'm going to knock on what you put in to yourself. People talk about discipline, fucking determination, fucking, repetitions and all this shit. Consent for discipline. There's no room for consistency. They may do it once or twice, but then the mind takes over and that cluttered fucking garage comes in, and then it's like a circuit breaker. A circuit breaker just overloads, fucking sparks. And our minds, that's our mind, man. It's like a fucking circuit breaker that has so much shit in it, you keep unloading it, you can't put it.
About projects. they give you a wheelbarrow with 5 people, but the wheelbarrow has 1 carrot. So once you get creative, when I was born with all kind of heart issues, lung issues, you have a lot to work with. So you want to die off Earth. Make sure you die being used up. Find out what you have and get maximum potential out of that.
You always must be ready. Always be ready. Never get ready. People go, oh, hey, what are you training for, David? I ain't training for shit. When something
Party, it's 40 degrees. Raining, windy, nasty. Those cats are inside a treadmill. You can't let conditions dictate your outcome. They believe that if it rains or snows or it's too windy, they may cancel marathons. They ain't canceling shit. You better train with every condition they give you. The person that usually fills me, she's taking a day off the car right now because it's too nasty. Don't do the same. Stay hard.
if you can dream and not make dreams your master. We all have dreams. I had them when I was younger. So I figured the best place to make those dreams come true are in isolation. So I walked into isolation as David Goggins, where I walked out of isolation as Goggins. When you become a savage is in isolation. When you're training for a big MMA fight or just a boxing match, you don't stay outside of isolation. You go in isolation. And that's when your mind changes. That's when your focus changes. Your dedication changes. Don't use this time to up your mind. Use it to gain strength, gain focus. Isolation is the key to strengthen your mind. Come out a savage. Medical student approached me the other day.
Wake up in the morning, it's cold, it's wet, it's dark, you've got no cartilage in your knee, you've got shitty shorts, whatever it is that's the issue today.
Keep talking.
You've got these problems, right?
I need you to keep talking about what you were just saying.
It's warm on the couch, your missus says stay in bed, it's comfy, it's cozy, you've got work later on, you had an argument last night, you're slightly hungover.
I know everybody ain't gonna do nothing. So this is how you love them. That's how you love them. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That makes me what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. You talked about that you were kind of, lonely by yourself. I was the same way. And that used to hurt me growing up. Now I thrive in that. That's the only place to be. So you want to be normal. So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Being fine with being mediocre. You want to go back to who you were, huh, David?
Yeah, man. I have that conversation with myself every day.
Not every day, it's those bad days. Yeah. It's those bad days. I see a whole bunch of people walking around out here who have no idea how talented they truly are. Now I'm talking about talent, like some God-given ability. Talent that sometimes you have to hone, you have to work on, you have to harness yourself. And they just walk around just on their phones, just clueless to how powerful they are. People want to find peace immediately. And this is where people don't like me. I don't believe that shit. You ain't gonna find it through yoga and all that sort of bullshit. I stretch out a lot and I believe in yoga and all that sort of shit, but you ain't gonna find it in some room. You're gonna find peace from going to war with yourself. Cause we all got shit. We all got shit. People look at me. The reason my story resonates with people because I don't hide. I'll tell you exactly the fuck I am. I will admit to it. People are great at hiding.
So they want to just find peace. No, you got to take your shit, fix yours up in you. Don't just shove it under the rug. Fix it, and then you'll find some peace later after you fix some. My biggest advice to give everybody in the world is, like I say, we live in an external world. Everything is you got to see it, touch it. It's external. If you can, for the rest of your life, live inside of yourself. Stop listening to people who are calling you fat. Everything that is makes no sense. All these insecure people putting insecurities on you, you gotta flush it out. You gotta just be whoever the hell God or whoever the hell you believe in. If you believe in nothing but yourself, I don't care what it is. You gotta take everything and throw it away. You have to believe in one thing, and that is yourself.
You are your own leader. You are your own leader. You are your own master. And that is a big one because we idolize so many people, and we want to be them. We want to be someone else. And in doing that, you lose all the potential of who you are. You mimic. You be them. You are them. You become them. And you lose you. And we look up to so many people in this world who will let us down. We're humans. I'm going to let you down. You're going to let somebody down. And you put them on a pedestal, you then lose time when that person comes up and lets you down. You must hold yourself accountable, and being your hero, that's what that does. You make yourself so totally accountable for who you are. You focus on you and only on you.
What's so special about Domino's specialty pizzas? Your taste buds will know. Trust me, they'll know.
Everybody else, they're just sucking up the air you breathe.
This really sucks. This is real, dude. This is real. And every day, I'm setback, I'm setback, I'm setback, I'm setback. So this is what I would tell your boy. This is exactly what I tell him. Every day you wake up, you're gonna probably be set back for the first 4 weeks before you lose just significant weight because of the mind's gonna be with you the whole time. There's no dopamine. There's no dopamine in there. If there's a you got nothing. Your hormones are shot. You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of there. And you have to create it. It has to be false. Because you're not it. You're not succeeding. You're not achieving. It's because you're afraid to go in that dark place to find yourself. You're setting goals you know you can reach. And when you do that, that fear, that insecurity, that doubt, that's where you grow. You must always set goals that you think you cannot achieve. And then there you get better.
Navy SEALs. My goal was to go on, I had a plan. My plan was to go out there and run 4 miles. But guess what? Everybody's got a fucking plan so they can hit in the fucking mouth. That's for Mike Tyson. So when your plan fails, when those bullshit fucking laws get too heavy, one motherfucking option, stay fucking hard.
Nothing is easy. Nothing just like, oh, I wake up and I just do this, I do that. Or when I speak about it, and as I get going here, you'll start seeing me, the tempo will rise. The passion will come out because I'm back there. I'm doing what I do every day to become a human being. And so nothing is easy. Like running is running. It sucks. But you have a choice to make. Do you want to sit down and go back to that guy you once were? No. But this is what it takes. It takes that mystery.
We can't work out without purpose. We need to get into our dress for the wedding. Summertime's coming, so we want to look all good. Our high school reunion's coming up, so we gotta lose weight. The biggest purpose in life and all that shit is how you respect yourself, how you look at yourself. That's an everyday fucking journey. So every day you should be getting after it.
It may take you something different. It looks very ugly. There's no passion, no fucking motivation. It's every day of your life just doing.
Life is a training ground. While you may live a long life, it doesn't mean you graduated at the top of the class. You just lived a long, boring, despicable life. And that's not what I wanted to do. when I run into this roadblock, I don't want to be a doctor. No, I'm going to be a doctor come hell and high water. I needed that kind of commitment. And David Goggins didn't know about that commitment. I knew how to wash a car. I knew how to clean a house. I knew how to, do all these manual labor jobs. But when it came down to true suffering, to the highest of suffering, I didn't have that next level of, all right, mother, we have this next level. David Goggins wasn't enough. So I went into my mental lab and realized, but I want to be great, but I don't have greatness in me. So I had to create a mother that was great. And in my mind, I'm really big on visualization. I went in my mind and said, okay, I want to look like this, I want to feel like this, and I want to have a mind that is cast iron steel, that is never dull, that is always, that was the biggest thing I wanted. I wanted to hit obstacles that most people love, including myself, but I didn't waver. I didn't fear. I didn't run away. I just stayed and marinated in the fear, in the suffering.
Get it, David, come on. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Energy, let it out. 7, 8, 9, 10, a machine here. There you go. Nobody works like David in this house. 13, come on. 14, come on. 15, shut that muscle down. 16, come on. Get it. 17.
You don't know me, son. What the hell are we all waiting for to start attacking life? Waiting for the stars to align? Back when I was growing up, the sun came out. All I need is a miracle. Well, guess what? That miracle ain't coming. There is no perfect time to start. You got to start now with changing your life. We're all being tested in life. And guess what? This is one test you can't cheat on. We all have our own test. Some of us are own peace. Some of us insecure. In the military, we had this big old rucksack on the back. Got batteries, water, extra gear. You extra gear is the shit you're dealing with in life. And the only way to overcome it is for you and you alone to face it. You got to do your best work when you're at least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you got to do? You got to second the fuck up and do it. Stay home.
Come on, we want to see it. Good, 22. Who's going to carry the boat in the wall? I can't tell you how, because you're not going to do it. But don't be mad. You're laying there in your fucking bed, you're in the fucking hospital, and you're 70, 80, 90 years old, and you're thinking.
Darrow's family uses Game detergent now, so their laundry's more amazing than ever.
Dog towel?
Hey, me towel, suit towel. Game with Oxy, and even more freshness.
Old Spice Gentleman's Body Wash, full of vitamin B3.
In a Chevy of their choice. And it all comes together in Chevrolet.
Chevy drives Texas. Together, let's drive.
I love you to the moon.
Yeah, I feel like I can do something. Because you did. You didn't do it. You didn't do shit.
So how did you get to where you are? I became feelingless. And what that means is I'm not saying turn off your feelings towards your family, your wife, your husband. I'm not saying that. Turn your feelings off when it comes down to you wanting to be better. What that means is when that alarm clock goes off, your feelings gotta go away. It's raining outside, it's cold outside. When you don't want to put those long hours in at work, that's what I'm talking about. Your feelings must go away. When you know everybody's gone home to their families, but you want to be the top salesperson in the world, or you want to be the best lawyer in the world, whatever it is, when everybody leaves to go home, and there's only one light on in a building, a 15-story building, and only one office. Every office is dark. There's one office with one light on, and there's a big difference between 99% and 100. I always thought that I was giving 100%. I wasn't. But it's that 1% that we sleep on. It's that 1% that we wake up in that morning like, you know what? Not today. Maybe tomorrow. Well, guess what? That's why it's so easy to be great nowadays, because most motherfuckers are weak. And if all you do is when you are trying to hit that snooze button on life, not in the morning, on life, just know this. All the it takes is thinking about all those weak motherfuckers who are taking a day off. And trust me, you will come up real fast. Like I say, it's easy to be great nowadays because motherfuckers are just weak, very soft.
I'm amazed at what a human being can actually do. I literally made this human being out of just like a whole bunch of scraps. And I started putting this scrap metal together. And after a while, I started learning more and more and more through pain and suffering, through all the failure I went through trying to build this person who was God. The reason I get up every day, even though there's no races, there's no school, there's nothing in front of me, is because I have pride in myself. A lot of people, wonder, how did you become this? How this is what happens. This is on the other side of overcoming. You become very, very powerful when you overcome yourself.
Because I was fat. And people don't want to do that. They want to say, oh, don't call yourself fat. Don't call yourself dumb. If you're not real every single day of your life, where you say, okay, like if you're fat and you need to lose weight, it's patience. It's patience, huge accomplishment. Thicken your skin. Become more of a human being. Don't be afraid of the reflection in the mirror. That's all you can be afraid of. Once you overcome the reflection in the mirror, you've done it. I'm not gifted. I'm just driven. So that's when you move from motivation to driven to obsessed. Some people will get it, some people won't. When you're driven, whatever's in front of you will get destroyed. Get your ass kicked. Do things you hate to do. Be uncomfortable every day of your life. So you have to believe in one thing, and that is yourself.
There's a lot of thought behind a person being a born loser, becoming who I am today. You don't just wake up and just rocky. You gotta wake up and think about, there's a process to getting better. For me, like I built Goggins from the ground up. I was born David Goggins. David Goggins wasn't good enough. He was a scared, bullied, abused kid. That kid, whenever something got tough, no matter how hard I trained, no matter how ready I was, whenever something got tough for me, David Goggins, the real David Goggins, would come out. And he would quit. I can't get this paragraph. I can't remember what the this paragraph to pass this test to get in the military. Read it again. Still not getting it. Read it again. But if you're not getting it, write it out. And that's how I started learning. I can't swim. I'm negative buoyant. Go back again. I can't swim. Go back again. Go back again. Go back again. I got it. I realized if I keep going back and going back and going back until the shit just becomes, your mind will say, okay, we're gonna figure it out because he is not going to stop. It's not like I'm gonna try one more time. No, it's just like alarm clock goes off, whoop, we're going back. I can't read right, we're going back. I gave myself no way out, and my mind realized that. They said, okay, we're gonna adapt and overcome now. A lot of us wanna find peace first. So people say, man, you always talk about this suffering and pain and shit. I'm at peace right now because I went through that. Right? You don't find peace first. If you do, Merry Christmas, more power to you. I found peace on the opposite end of finding myself. And no one really finds himself without going through trials, tribulations, suffering, accountability. And accountability is suffering. Being accountable every day for doing right for yourself, for the people next to you, it's miserable. I don't quit. I may not make it the first time, but I'll come back. I gotta call an audible. I gotta get my head back in the game. I gotta figure this shit out. It doesn't mean you leave. It means you study it more. It means you study it more. And whenever I fail at something, people always say, man, how do you handle failure, man? I fail a lot, dude. I fail all the fucking time. They go, how do you handle it? What I'm trying to do, and this isn't being arrogant, man. It's being real. Not many people are trying to do. So there's not many people who can open the mouth and criticize me when I do fail. Because I'm trying to do shit, man, that many people aren't trying to do. But I don't look at failure as failure. I look at failure as your first, second, third, fourth, fifth attempt. I look at them as attempts. I don't look at anything as failure. Because when you're going to try to do something, not trying is failure. That's not some after school special. But when you're able to go out there, there's no failure. It's attempts. Because when you're trying to do something that's bigger than you, whatever you are, if you're paralyzed, you're trying to walk one step, and you didn't fail, motherfucker. That was your first attempt. If that's your biggest thing, that's how your mindset is to go in everything. So I don't look at it as failure is a big word that gets people down. We give so much power to words. I don't. I take the power right away. I didn't fail shit.
There's so many times in life you don't want to be doing what the fuck you're doing. You can't just quit. Remember this. It's in the hobby. It's in the joke. It's a lifestyle. So what you say to yourself is important. There's no coach, there's no trainer to keep you going. It's only you. So think about this. You're working your whole life to get a seat at the table. The seat at the table is going to be the best, all the best people in your career field. So you finally get that letter. It's steak, lobster. It's a big dinner. Everybody's showing up, dressed to the nines. Make sure you show up soaking wet for getting after it, working out hard. Towel on your neck. You respect the event. So make sure you put that towel on that nice chair so you don't fuck it up. The whole thing is this. Don't say a word. Stay uncommon amongst uncommon people. You're never done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Stay hard. It's 44 degrees and it's nice and rainy outside. My excuse today. But guess what? You gotta have the mentality to show up every day of your life. No matter what life throws at you. It's our responsibility to show up to the Coliseum of life. Prepare for battle. I don't care what you're going through, what life's throwing at you. It's your responsibility to find your new 100%. Take it upon yourself to do that. Stay hard. Well, you don't want to be like me, I get it. But is it so bad that a person has, is it bad that a person's broke all kind of records? Is it bad that a person's been in the Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, gone to Delta Force training, gone to Air Force, smoke jumper? Is that bad? Is that bad that by 47 years old you're trying to find what to do next? Is that so bad? Because you've done everything in the world because of what it takes to get there. And as they're projecting that shit, they're like, oh man, dude, you're destroying your life, your health. You have no family, you're unbalanced. I can make it a million things. But what the real thing is, you projected what that shit looks like, and it looks like hell. It looks like hard work. It looks like suffering. It looks like a dedication that people don't understand. And it is that. But at the end of all that shit, my friend, I front-loaded my life. Front-loaded. Everything I wanted to do, I did the second about it. Now, 47, I am 100% retired. And I still...
You can then start to grow. We want to skip forward to peace. You can then start to grow. We want to skip forward to peace. Let's skip all this pain and suffering and misery of real life. Let's cover it over, nice big blanket, and let's find peace. No, sorry, it's not possible. Gotta go into that hellhole of life that you have, that fucked you up, and fix it. And that's what I'm here to do. You know, it's go to war with yourself before you find peace. I'm trying to give you tools on how to do that. And I'm not considered smiling and talking about it. It's a hard journey. It's a real journey. It's a journey that's going to take you way outside of being comfortable. You'll be very, very uncomfortable. There were so many times in my life growing up I wanted to fit in. And I wanted to be part of a group. And I didn't have any want. And I didn't have that desire. So when you're trying to fit in, when you're trying to be cool, when you're trying to be whatever the hell it is, without having that internal dog, that fight, when things get hard in life, all you do is quit. When you have that internal in you, like I've developed over a lot of years, this dog, it starts to get built up in you, this fight, this warrior. And when things get difficult, I realize I have one life to live. And I have to live it. There's not two lives, there's one life. And all these things started happening to me. And then once that started happening, man, everything flipped. But that internal, it starts to build a voice in you that doesn't allow you to sleep in. Doesn't allow you to take days off when you know that you're behind. It just keeps you in check throughout everything you're doing in life because it's not going to allow you to fail. But if you don't work on the inside of you, you will always have that nurturing voice that guides you. It's okay. It's always okay. And if I would have had that, it would have been okay to stay 300 pounds doing what I was doing. So that internal is everything.
That's the fear. The fear is never reaching your potential.
That's it.
That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
I could have been great.
I study the darkness. You find no fucking answers in the light. None. It's too happy. It's too nice. You don't need to be taught how to live in happiness. That just comes naturally to us. Happy moments, but the dark times, man, and you can't get there unless you put yourself there. Life will take you there. You need to work harder. You need to discipline your mind better. We need to help people more than just saying it's okay. It's okay that you're not willing to help yourself out. That's not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. The things I don't enjoy that I still do, that's where growth is at. And that's, for me, the only place growth is at, is in that uncomfortable zone. So you want to be normal. So you just want to be like everybody else that roams the world, not knowing the power that's in them. Be fine with being mediocre. You're going to go back to who you were, huh, David? I want my mind to know who's in charge. So for the better part of 26 years, my mind was in charge of me. This is why I made all these horrible decisions. Once you take control of your mind, you start making decisions for yourself versus your mind making decisions for you. So basically, a lot of us aren't prepared for life. We get up willy-nilly and this whole life is going to happen. It is going to happen, but it's going to happen with a prepared mind or an unprepared mind. Most people attack life with an unprepared mind. What I do is I try to account for all things that could happen, might happen, probably will happen, and then the unknowns. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely.
Great comfort and ease.
And we want it very fast. If you don't see results in the first 2 days or first week, I'm done. That's the mentality. No one is patient. And for you to lose weight, for you to stop drinking, if you whatever the hell you're going through, it takes a lot of patience, a lot of time, and a lot of pitfalls, a lot of plateaus. You hit so many fucking plateaus, if you don't know how to get around that plateau, it's not going to happen fast.
Yeah, everybody wants the hack.
Yeah, everybody wants the hack. There is no hack, man. There's no hack.
What do you think is the biggest stumbling block that most people face with this kind of journey?
Honestly, is they have the woe is me mentality. It's too hard. Life isn't like, if you're a female, well, she's skinny and she doesn't work out as hard as I do. And everything starts to corrupt your mind. You start to look around too much at other people and what they're doing, and that starts to corrupt your own dialogue. We are judging ourselves against too many people. You have to judge yourself against yourself. And that's the one thing I started learning, man. This isn't a race against me and Rich Wold. This is a race against David Goggins and David Goggins alone. And once you can silence all that bullshit, all the outside interference and things that are attracting your mind to everything, you can then start to grow and realizing I'm stressed out for no reason. This is my own little race. This is my own timeline, and this is how I'm going to run it.
I think that so many people are so disconnected from themselves. They're operating on autopilot. They're reacting to their environment.
That's the big thing, man. That's why it was important for me to finally realize, stop being all these fake people I used to be, stop being afraid. There was no growth until I cut myself down to nothing. to the person I really was, the real human being. And once I found out who I really was, that's when I started growing. I was trying to build on top of a lied up foundation. You can't build a house on a fucked up foundation. So I had to get down to the actual mineral soil of who I was, and that's when you can start real growth.
And what is the role that's suffering?
Scary, unfiltered, no lying.
Up Arizona. Damn right I'm getting jacked, big dog.